Hey yo, what it do YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10 aka AMR10, and what I've got for you today is some more NBA 2K24 Next Gen. Now, as you can see by the title, thumbnail, and what's on the screen for you today, the build that I do have for you today happens to be the best Shai Gilgeous-Alexander build. And at the time of recording this, Serbia is currently playing Canada in the FIBA World Cup, and Canada is currently losing, but it is what it is. Now, as most of you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right-handed jersey number 2 for the for the Oklahoma City Thunder, drafted by the Los Angeles Clippers. Position-wise, he is a shooting guard who has a measurement of approximately 6'6" in height, while weighing in at 195 pounds, which is terribly small, and a wingspan of approximately 7 feet tall. Now, before we get into the skill breakdown for this build, I do gotta remind you, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Don't forget to share the video, drop a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. Now, as with this builder being one of the hardest builders I've seen in a while, just because of how it really does play on what you can do, there was a lot we had to do in regards to this build. First things first, we had to try and get as high of a slithery finisher as we could. So we went with a 91 when it came to the driving layup and a 71 when it came to the close shot, which, as you can see, allows us to get Hall of Fame acrobat, giant slayer, float game, pro touch scooper with gold slithery finisher. Which, watching Shai play, you will really understand why we went with this, because a large part of his game is finishing at the cup with driving layups that are quite outstanding. And then when it came to the driving dunk, only went with a 73 on this because, again, even though he can rise, Shai's not exactly known as the one dude who bangs on everybody he meets in the paint, so we kept this at a 73. And then on the post control side of things, we decided to put this up to a 65. Now, again, my main reason for doing this is a lot of guards, especially 2s and 3 small forwards as well, have really good post games in regards of being able to shoot fades out the post, but they're not exactly post geniuses whereby they can do a lot more than that out the post. So as you can see, at a 65 post control, we do have the capability of getting a nice little bronze post fade phenom. And then when we upgrade our mid-range jump shot to an 89, just because of how Shai's mid-range game is elite, we can get ourselves all the way up to a silver post fade phenom, which is what we're aiming for, as well as having the capability of getting gold open looks, medium magician guard up, and of course space creator, green machine catch and shoot, silver deadeye, and silver blinders. On the three-point side of things, we only went with an 82 because, yeah, Shai's not known as one of the best three-point shooters in the game, but at the same time has the ability to spread the floor. And then when it comes to the free throw, I decided to put this all the way up to a 75 because I personally believe it's necessary to have a half-decent free throw, especially if you want to be taking this build into the rec or any other mode like my career where you want to have some fun with it. Now, playmaking-wise, Shai is not one of the best. He is one of the upper-tier playmakers at his position, which is why first thing we went with an 84 on the pass accuracy to get that silver needle threader. As I said, I would try and get bailout, but really and truly try not to get into those situations. And yeah, plus it takes away from a lot of other attributes you could possibly get. When it comes to ball handle, decided to go with an 85 because it does mean that we can get ourselves gold ankle break to start off with, as well as putting the speed with ball up to an 83, which means we can get majority of the badges we need in blow by, speed booster, and hyperdrive, and triple strike at silver at the very least by improving our speed to an 82 and then excel to an 80. And then when it comes to the defensive side of things, decided to go with a 75 on the perimeter defense and a 72 when it came to the steal. This is just because Shai is not known as one of the best defenders in the game. However, he does have an ability to guard people at the perimeter. And then when it came to the rebound, left this at a 30 just because we really had to put points everywhere else. 70 on the vertical because it does mean that you can attack the hole as nicely as you want to. Strength-wise, we put this up to a 68 because it does allow us to get silver when it comes to that physical defender, as well as allowing us to get gold fearless finisher. And then when it came to the stamina, as per usual, put this all the way up to a 93. Now, this does mean we can't get gold workhorse, which is, as you know, is a badge I personally was chasing somewhat, but it does also mean that we can get silver handles for days. Now, with the attributes being laid out the way they are, the key aims here were layup wise, we wanted to get gold at least on all the layup badges because, again, Shai is known for his knack at finishing at the hoop. So as you can see, we get gold slithery, gold fearless alongside of Hall of Fame giant slayer, acrobat, float game, pro touch, and scooper. And then when it came to the post game, we were just aiming to get silver post fade phenom just because, yeah, he can't shoot out the post. In the World Cup, we have seen quite a few instances of him posting up a lot bigger players and really just getting to a spot so he can fade from about 12 feet. 10 to 15 to be rough about it. And then when it came to the jump shot wise, we decided to go with an 89 on the midi because that is where his strongest shooting capability comes from, with an 82 on the 3-ball, which even though it doesn't allow you to get bronze limitless or a higher tier of agent 3s, does allow you the capabilities of being able to get gold blinders as well as silver corner specialist and gold catch and shoot, which in my personal opinion, with this outlay, you will be able to knock down a bunch of 3-point jump shots. And with how everyone's talking about how the mid-range game is going to be highly key in 2K24, this means you can do a lot when you get into the paint. The 75 free throw, as I said before, is just so that you can be able to knock down free throws. The 84 pass accuracy means we get silver dimer, needle threader, relay passer, as well as touch passer, break starter. Now, it does mean we don't get bailout, but I personally believe the 3 attribute points between silver, needle threader, and bailout all depend on your type of play. I never find myself in situations where I need to bail out, which is why I personally don't see a real haste to get it, especially if you're a 2-guard. If you're a point guard, I can slightly understand because you might find yourself in situations when you drive to the hole. Then obviously the ball handle and speed with ball combination was mainly set out to be able to get silver blow by, speed booster, as well as physical handles, and gold triple strike and gold ankle breaker. And then defensively, we were just aiming to get bronze clamps, ankle braces, and challenger because, yeah, he's not one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, but he is good enough to pick some people up when he needs to. And then physicals-wise, as you can guess, speed, excel, always tie up with the ability to get by defenders when it comes to ball handling. Strength, main key part in ability to finish through at the rim, as well as be a physical handler when you're on the ball, and also helps with a little bit with that clamps. And then, of course, vertical, we just put it up because we wanted to be able to jump as high as we could when it comes to these, I'd say jump as high, be able to get up as high as we can when it comes to these attacking the hole situations. And then the stamina-wise, we left it at a 93 because really and truly, we just wanted the capability of being able to get silver handles for days. Now, the players that we do get in the shades of for this build happen to be none other than... I have no idea who number 44 is. I feel like it's going to be Pete Maravich. Knew it. Pete Maravich, Anthony Simmons, and Jalen Green. And again, the name of the build is a 3-level threat. I personally believe this just comes down to the fact that if you put your playmaking high, your shooting high, and your finishing high, 2K is just going to give you the build name 3-level threat. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. And lastly but not least, don't forget to go down below in the comment section and drop a comment telling me what other builds you want to see on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. Anyway, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.